Hello everyone and welcome to PixelMaagic again. So last week we have done some logos of Google and some of them are left. So today we're going to show you how to do the rest of the logo. And as we have finished with Google Drive, today we're going to go for the next one, that is Google Map logo. So let's get started. So here I'm taking the reference image what I have downloaded, then I'm going to draw a circle over here, then using selection tool just removing, here just I have reduced the transparency of the circle to see through. Next, selecting the direct selection tool and clicking on the point and going to convert it to curve, and just pressing a down arrow key and just making it to the end, and here just using that anchor point adjust it and convert it to a soft curve. So again I'm using a pen tool to reduce the size, to make it a little bit curved one. Using those handler we have to adjust it. So I'm going to draw it for one end, then I'll make it half, and again using reflection tool make a copy out of it and merge both the shape. So it will be easy, you don't need to do the same thing for both sides. Just go for one side and make a copy out of it by dividing it. So here I'm just making some adjustment. When you are satisfied, then go for divide it using a rectangle tool. So I'm done. Now here I've just increased the transparency. Now I'm taking a rectangle tool. This is the center line. I'm drawing it and holding both the shapes, selecting both the shape. I'm just did front -1. Here I make a copy out of it and using reflection tool make another one. Reflect it to horizontally, then merge it to a single shape. Now next part is to cut out the logo as per the reference. So here again I am reducing the opacity, taking a circle which will be used to cut out the middle portion, and just making it a little bit larger and selecting both the shape by keeping it in center. Click on minus front, so it will create a hollow in middle. The next part is to draw lines for dividing the whole shape. To give it different colors you have to divide it. So here I am using pen tool to draw the lines to divide the whole shape, making some adjustment over here. Now holding it Alt and dragging it down to make a copy out of it. Now I think I'm done. Here I am just removing the reference image, selecting all the shapes using shape builder tool. I'm going to divide it. Yes, just click on those areas which we want to divide, then cut out the extra parts holding Alt and click over there. It will be cut it out. Now we have done. Now giving the color as per the reference image. Here opacity was a little bit lower, that's why the color was not visible properly, so I just increased the opacity. It is 100%. Now I just add some color before increasing the opacity to view the overall shape, because while during the division time the whole shape become white. It was not visible properly, that's why I just give a color over there. See, there is a problem because middle part has not been cutted out properly, that has not been divided. So I'm just taking another straight line using pen tool and dividing the shape and making the changes accordingly. So here now I can put different color. Now our map logo is ready. Combine select all the shape. So here some extra lines are there, extra things are there, and need to be cut out. So whenever I'm doing a logo or creating a logo, just zoom it properly to have some glitches or have some extra part what we don't need. So here I think the middle portion should be cut out little bit more, as I can see while I zoomed in there is some extra part, so that thing need to be cut out. For that I'm just creating a circle, and I will be using a minus front for this. By selecting both the shape, you have to perform the same thing twice for the upper portion and the diagonal portion in below. So I just make a copy out of the circle and did the first step for the upper part, and the next step will be for the lower part. I'm trying to adjust it properly. Yes, now go for the second one. Both the time I have just used minus front. Now select all the shapes and click on Ctrl G to group it. Now the Google Map logo is ready. The next part is to move on to this one, is Google Meet logo. So I'm start from a square, as the whole circle is kind of square. Yes, now reduce the opacity. So it's a very simple one. So here we can directly, here I'm just making some curved corner, and another rectangle I'm drawing to minus the middle part. Hold outer rectangle and inner rectangle and click on minus font from Pathfinder. Next, for the extrude part, I'm using a rectangle, rotating it to 90 degree. Again, it's need to be reflected vertically. Now it's done. So here I'll adjust the shape. See here, only these two parts need to be curved. That's why I just clicked one by one and make it curved corner. So here some manual adjustment is needed. That's fine. Now cut out the left part, corner part. Again, I'll be using Pathfinder tool to apply front minus back. So now the overall shape is done. Now it's need to be divided. So here also we're going to use pen tool to make the lines. I have just changed the color of the line to view it properly. If you don't change, it will be just mixed up with the shape, which will be difficult for you to recognize where the shapes, where the lines have been drawn. That's why I just change the shape color to a different one. Any color you can use. So here some adjustment need to be done on the shape. As you can see, there is some gap between the division and the line what we have drawn, because in the original logo it should be matched to the corner. Yes, like this. It's now done. Okay, this one should be there to divide it from the front. Okay, now selecting all the shapes using shape builder tool, just click on the area what we need to divide and just press the same thing. As you know that holding Alt you have to click it out. Now it's done. Now it's time to color it out properly. So here I'm just increasing the opacity. Change all the color as per the logo. See, as I have told you, Google, all the logos of Google is very simple and basic. So you don't need very difficulties to build up these logos. Now it's done. I think there is some lines over here. Yes, just cut it out, selecting them. That's done. Now select all the shapes and press Ctrl G to group it out. Now the next part I'm going to do is the Google Chrome logo. It's again very simpler one. Again you have to use the circle tool to make a circle out of it. Make some adjustment. Another circle we need to cut it out in between. Here I have filled that one. So here the middle part should be cut out. Holding Alt and Shift, dragging from the corner, it will proportionately reduce the size. I'm here doing it manually. You can hold both the shapes and go for the alignment to align it properly. Now here I'm selecting both the shapes. I just made minus front. Again, rectangle tool I have created to make the part of the G. Now need to be little bit longer. This part should be cutted out. So here I have taken a line, solid lines. I'm changing the colors of the lines. Removing the reference image. Now selecting all of them using shape builder tool. I'm just dividing. Yes, there is some problem as this is not dividing as per our requirement. So here the rectangle should be little bit bigger. The extra part also you can cut it out after dividing the shapes. Well, here this rectangle should be a little bigger only by width. Now you can use shape builder tool to make it happen. As of here, holding alt minus the things what you don't need. Now it's time for color. Changing the opacity to 100%. Now change the colors. Well, there is a line missed by mistakenly, so that need to be done. So here I'm again placing the reference image below our art and reducing the opacity a little bit, taking the pen tool and creating the line, and again the same thing will be done. Some adjustment and holding that line and the shape, we need to go for shape builder tool and divide it. And the extra part, again hold alt and click on them. So these two shapes have the same color. I'm just grouped it, merged it to one shape. Now give the color as per the reference image. Now this one is also done. It just took a little bit more time than other because of I just missed some of them and I have to do it the same thing again. And the last remaining is your Google photo logo. There are two logos. One is the left one was the old one and the right one is the new one. So I'm going for the new one. So here it is very simple. I'm taking a ellipse tool, that is circle tool, and divide it. We're going to divide it by half by using a rectangle and pathfinder tool. Selecting both the shape, going for minus front, and now we should use those anchor points to make it the corner curved. Yes. Now go for rotation tool over here. You can see the point over here. Just drag it to the center like this position, and now hold alt and drag it to around 90 degree. Approximately 1-2 degree difference will not play much difference. So here now press Ctrl D. See, it's very simple. Now change the colors. Your Google photo logo is done within, I think it took around 60 seconds. So here I'm just making the cropped version of the reference image and selecting all the drawn shape and making it grouped by pressing Ctrl G. Now see, these are the logos what we have made very easily and quickly also. So this is for today, and hope you like this video. And if you like this video, share it, subscribe the channel for this kind of video if you want to see in future, and click on the notification button to get the notification of newly added video. Thank you for today. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.